Greetings, everybody. Today I want to talk about my first encounter with a corrupt public pretender, public defender. So, when I was about 21 years old, I got arrested for the first time in a county next door to mine, a more rural county, um, just like a shithole bumfuck county. I was going to a casino. I get arrested. I get charged with some serious charges. I get charged with trafficking meth, uh, uh, possession for sale, um, possession of paraphernalia, and just regular old possession of a controlled substance. I had four charges, and when I got out on my own recognizance, and they issued me my own public defense. They issued me a public defender. So I went to go visit with this woman, and I went at it sideways. Like I talked to the woman like we're gonna beat this, and it's because they did this and this wrong, and they're like, and I just had no idea. I had absolutely no idea what I was talking about, and I came off as a person that was trying to get away with the crime, and so that put a bad taste in my original public defender's mouth, and eventually she was pregnant, and I had to get switched to a new public defender, and I met my brand new public defender in the courthouse, and no, I met him in the office first, and then I met him in the courthouse. Now, when I met him in the courthouse, he was I had my back to the benches, like there's benches that you could sit on, and then I'm talking to him in the hallway, and he starts grilling me, starts asking me some really heavy questions, and I could just sense this like nasty lawyer energy coming from him. And I look around, and I turn around, and I realize the reason he's talking to me and grilling me with these questions is because my arresting officer is right behind me. He's asking me all of these incriminating questions so that he could wrap up his case really fast and send my ass down the river. Um, so what I did was I just went bad. I went bad on everybody. I was like, "Oh, this is the motherfucking police that stole my cigarettes." Okay, and then I walked in. I walked into the courtroom while it was running and said, "Excuse me, I need a new lawyer." My lawyer just tried to have me make statements unknowingly in front of my arresting officer. And the judge was just like, "Okay, who's gonna be your lawyer? Who's gonna be your new lawyer?" I was like, prepaid legal." It's like, "Okay." It was a mess, and so yeah, you just gotta when you're dealing with stuff like that, sometimes you just have to use your intuition. If you sense somebody's being extra nasty, you just get a really bad vibe from them. Look around. They might be trying to fuck you over real bad. You know, if I would have, I mean, the questions he was asking me, there's no way that I could have thrown myself under the bus because I wasn't guilty. I wasn't the one trafficking these drugs. I wasn't the one who had these drugs on his person. I was in a carload with four people, and one of the people had the drugs, and so he just wanted to knock one of his cases out and deal with his other 150 cases that he had to deal with. You know, they the public defenders, for the most part, in my experience, they do the same exact job as a regular lawyer does. But if they feel some sort of way about you, if they think you're some sort of piece of shit, they're gonna like. There's a reason why why they say lawyers are awful, mean, evil people. It's because of situations like that. I was 21 years old. Um, I mean, if he would have had it his way, I would have been in their county jail for 4 years, hanging out with northern Mexicans and Crips, and shit, getting fucked up, like getting beat up and extorted. Like I would have just been meat if I would like I was just a dumb kid that got arrested, and was in a carload of people. Didn't realize one of these people was a high power fucking meth dealing gang member. Like, my bad. So eventually that case got resolved, and I got I basically just stayed out of trouble for 18 months, and then it got out of my record. Thank God. And because I embarrassed that lawyer like that, he tried extra hard during the pre-trial. That's what it was called. It was called pre-trial intervention, and he orated very, very eloquently, and got us all the pre-trial intervention, except for one guy who already had a DUI on his record, so they had to give him a different, basically the same thing as pre-trial intervention, but like drug court, lower than drug court, but still, they gave one guy drug court, and they gave the other three of us that have never ever been in trouble the lowest possible thing that you can get, and we all completed it successfully, and now I'm here, felony free, able to get any type of job without having to worry about having a methamphetamine trafficking thing blemish on my record, you know? Like, who wants to have the words controlled substance like in a like in their record? It's not. Thank God that I have a backbone, and I to let them know that that's not okay. That you're not going to just try to throw me under the bus like that. I'm a regular kid going to school, trying to get a degree, like from a good family, and your bitch ass wants to just throw me under the bus like that. Never been in trouble before either. I mean, I'm sure that type of stuff happens to African Americans all the time, minorities all the time. The first time you get in trouble, they'll try to rail you good, so that the next time you get in trouble, and the next time after that, they can exponentiify the penalty. It's an efficient way of doing things, but it's not a very spiritual practice, because you can't just assume the character of somebody off of the first thing that they've ever done, that like that. So I'm moving in on my year-long anniversary of no opiates, not no opiates, but no methadone, no medication assisted treatment. Maybe I'll smoke a nice joint or something for you guys on that day. Maybe not, but yeah, you guys like my shaved head? Ooh, yeah. See you later.